Hello and welcome, my name is Flemage, and today we're going to be taking a look at 3 Madhouse anime. Now Madhouse is an interesting company for me because although I do think they have without a doubt some of the most beautiful, gorgeous animation to ever enter anime, I think their stories most of the time are kind of lackluster. They're usually kind of poorly paced, aren't very interesting, and the animation ends up running away with the overall enjoyment of the series because the story ends up not being able to really keep up. However, we don't really have too many of those cases today, because today we are taking a look at Claymore, the complete series, which is on Amazon for $35. Supernatural, the anime series on DVD, it's on Amazon for $30. Hey, Revy. And Black Lagoon Season 1 and 2, the complete series, is also on Amazon on Blu-ray for $35. So today we're going to be unboxing each one of these titles. I'm going to be talking a little bit about each one of the shows and my thoughts on it, and that's pretty much it. Enough jibber-jatter, let's take a look at these 3 titles. We start off with none other than Claymore. Claymore probably is my favorite Madhouse anime. Not because it has the best animation, frankly they actually made some lazy animation cuts with this one. No, it's perhaps my favorite because I love the animation design. Although, yeah, they did make some cuts with it, the animation overall looks gorgeous, the action scenes are damn awesome. And frankly, I love the majority of the characters to death. There is one character in particular I absolutely hate from the series, however. That character's name is Rocky. Holy shit, he is the most annoying little punk you will ever meet, I swear to God. He has no redeeming qualities, is absolutely annoying, and frankly is one of the worst parts about Claymore. But despite his existence, Claymore is still a damn awesome series. Yes indeed, it does have the English dub and it is 625 minutes long. I really like the artwork for these cases, it's really nice and it's really distinct. Here we have the first case was chapter 1 and 2 of Claymore. There's a slightly better look at chapter 2 on the case. I like the way they do the spine looks nice. Here is the lovely disc art for the 2 discs. And another way of describing, a good way to describe if you would like Claymore is, do you like yourself some Madhouse action? Some rather lovely reversible artwork? And do you like yourself some Madhouse animation? That's basically a good way of deciding if you would like Claymore. Now we have case 2, with all the special features and episodes on the back as well. Fairly nice spine there. Another cool thing about this release is the art book and interview book. It comes with art pages, interviews with cast and crew, and it's just, yeah. If you want to look at some art designs of some of the characters you like, and some words talking about them, it's actually a pretty nice little book. Overall, I think Claymore is a good series. It does have some animation cuts at times, but they're very rare and it does overall look very nice. The action is quite badass, the main character Claire is likable, the story is interesting and enthralling, and it's overall quite enjoyable. One of the only other things I will say against this series is it doesn't really end. The way they end it is as if it was going to get another season, which it did not. About 10 or so years later, Claymore has still not gotten a second season, so yeah, it just sorta ends abruptly and doesn't have much of a real end to it. So do keep in mind the ending is not the best. But it's still a damn good Madhouse action series, and I'm happy to say it's one of my favorites. Next up, in a slightly beat up case because I bought it off eBay, Supernatural the anime series. I feel mixed about Supernatural the anime series because, although I think it's good, I think it equally has its own share of problems. On the good side, its animation is very nice and distinct. It looks like they brought a comic book to life. The animation is quite forgiving to someone who's never seen anime before, and it's quite interesting and quite enjoyable to longtime anime fans. However, the first 4 to 6 episodes of the series aren't very good. The first 4 episodes are basically bad highlights. What this anime does is it takes some episodes from seasons 1 and 2, because that's the only seasons they're working with. So what it does is it tries to take a 46-minute long episode and cut it down to about 23 minutes long. It works out as well as about, screwing up my words today, it works about as well as you think it would. As in not very. But despite the first 5 or so episodes not being very good, it's still enjoyable. I think the best episodes from the series are probably the originals, because despite telling episodes that they've already told before in a slightly shorter format, the anime also tried to tell some original stories, and those original stories are where the anime shines the most. Some of these episodes include an episode where Dean goes to Las Vegas and a little old man spirit of bad luck is now cursing Dean with bad luck to the point where Dean's almost getting ready to get killed because he has such shitty luck. Another episode includes where Sam and Dean are back when Sam was really young and their father is still alive. And if you've never seen Supernatural, the anime series, none of these words make sense, my sincerest apologies. Their father died in the series, but one of the anime original episodes goes back to when their father was still alive, and it's actually pretty cool. But there's one episode in particular I think this anime does absolutely amazing. And that episode is called, I do believe, Loser. Loser is without a doubt a perfect episode of a supernatural anime. Not because it's the best thing you've ever seen or it's the most horrifying, no. It's because it does it perfectly. What I wanted to see when going into this series was things that Supernatural, the TV series, could never get away with. And that episode perfectly embodies everything a supernatural anime should be. I'm not going to even go into slightly more detail about it. Watch the anime series. Also, really nice interior artwork where they have hand sketches of characters, guns, cars, and so forth. It's really nice. This series doesn't need to have an English dub and has a 499-minute long runtime. Overall, if you like Supernatural, the normal series, I think you would absolutely love Supernatural, the anime series. Just give it a chance, get past the first few episodes, they're quite janky, but once you get past them, Supernatural, the anime series becomes damn awesome. I love the animation for it. Highly recommended if you like anything of a horror sort. And don't worry, if you've never seen the regular TV series, this anime isn't too hard to pick up on what's happening. Hope this sentence made sense, it probably didn't. Last but not least, hey Revy, Black Lagoon Seasons 1 and 2, the complete series. Now, Black Lagoon's an interesting anime. It's definitely well regarded, and rightfully so. It has an amazing world with some of the best animation design of Madhouse, and for better or worse, it has really fun, enjoyable characters, for the most part. However, something that really bogged the series down for me and may bog it down for you is the plot armor. The characters exhibit so much plot armor that it is frankly amazing that these characters even get scratched. The amount of times that people go Stormtrooper on their asses is frankly hilariously bad. Once again, I'm not saying the anime is bad. The anime is actually really good for the most part, but the action will probably bog you down a little bit. And frankly, I think this is one of the rare occasions where I would say the world of Black Lagoon is more interesting than the actual action of the series, which is weird because it's an action anime, but yeah, I actually think the world's better than the action. And yes, it does have the English dub, and it is a 600-minute long runtime. I think the action was a bit too cutaway. Too often, a gun would be fired and no one would really be shot. Like, they'd get shot but you wouldn't see it. A good portion of the time it is just people firing guns and people dying off screen, and I don't like that. Call me a psychopath, but I like to see people die on screen. I don't really want to hear just, and then someone's dead off screen. And don't worry, that doesn't happen all the time. They do kill people a good portion on the screen as well, but still. What that slightly psychotic and, if taken out of context, kind of creepy rant is all about is that although I think Black Lagoon has good animation and, for the most part, enjoyable, likable characters, I'm not the biggest fan of Revy, but I still think she's a cool character. I think the immense plot armor and the kind of lackluster at times action is going to be what really bogs the series down for you. Watch it at your own free will, I suppose. Also, the opening is badass. I didn't talk about either one of the other series' openings because they were fine, but the opening for Black Lagoon is fucking awesome. Now that is a nice picture right there. I really, really like the art design for this series. I wonder if you got that yet. And there you have it. Overall, I think Black Lagoon is a fun series with some fun action, but if you can't get past some kind of janky action scenes, janky as in they're not always on screen and the plot armor's for days, then you might not like Black Lagoon. Watch at your own free will. It's not that much money by all things considered, so maybe give it a watch if you like some pretty animation in a damn awesome world. And there you have it. 3 Madhouse anime. My favorite is Claymore, the prettiest as far as animation design, in my opinion, is probably Supernatural, and Black Lagoon kind of just falls in between the rest of them. I think Black Lagoon's good, but I think of these 3, these 2 are my favorites. Which ones do you like? Which one of these do you own? Which one of these do you not own? Let me know in the comments below. If you would like to consider subscribing, it would be much appreciated. I do these types of videos at least once a month. I'll be expanding on Let's Take a Look At later on next month, so they'll be out probably more than once a month. Point being, I do these type of videos at least once a month. Keep repeating myself there. Either way, thank you all so very much for watching, have a nice day, and goodbye.